Hello Internet, my name is Vijay and I am one of the co-founder of Sareyana Systems. In this video, I'm going to show you a brief demo of all our products. Basically, I'm going to run all the 10 possible test cases and you can see like the automation running in a regular browser, mobile app, both on iOS and Android. Okay, let's start. Once you unzip our product, you should see all these files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the project folder and I'm going to edit some of the test cases. So I'm going to open the suite.xls and I'm going to enable all the test cases. By default, we intentionally did not enable like all the things because it needs some other setup. But in my laptop, since I have all the setups already done, I'm going to enable everything. So basically, it run all these 10 test cases. I'm going to save it. And if you have Windows, you can just come and click the batch file to start automation. Or if you have a Mac, you can come and click this shell file. Basically, this is the only line that's inside the batch file. I'm going to run directly from the terminal itself. So let me go to this location, then call in the same command, whatever is there in the batch file. And that's it. So it's basically going to run all the possible automation that's possible through Sareyana products. So the first thing that it's going to run is it's going to open like a Chrome browser. It's going to go to barnesandnoble.com. It's going to log in. Then it's going to go to the account setting. It's going to edit some of the field. Then finally like log out, and it'll go and close the browser. See, it's doing everything. It's going to hit OK. Now it's logging out, and it's going to close the browser. So now it's running the second. It went and ran the second web service. Third, it went and ran like a network call. Network call, what it does is basically it will go to a web page. Like whenever you go to like any web page, you can see like there's like lot of calls, like lot of ads. So these are all the calls that's pulled when you go and open cnn.com. And you can come and test like all these calls if you want, because see here like they have some network calls, they have some other. So each and every page in CNN, it has like so many calls. Like it's now right now it went to the world link, and there are different calls in this page. So if you want to test all these things, we have like keyword written for this and possible calls that are within a page. So this is like they call this one as like a REST call, and next the next test case it's basically running the fourth one. It's going to do the same thing, but not opening like any tools like Charles or Chrome Inspector. It's going to do everything in the back end. And now it's running the fifth one where it's going to compare page source between like before and like after condition. Now it's running the sixth one. It's basically checking all the pages were live. So all 200 means the page was live. There was no error. The page rendered successfully. And now it's running the seventh test case. It's like an Android browser. The use case is similar to what we had for the regular browser. It'll basically log into the barnesandnoble.com. It'll go to the account settings. It'll go and edit some of the field. Then it'll log out, and then it'll close the Android simulator, the Android emulator. So right now it's loaded fully. So it knows that like in the framework, it knows that okay, the Android emulator is loaded. Now it's going to start the APM server. Now the APM server is started. For any mobile automation, you need to install like APM. There are some dependencies that you need to install. Probably it should not take more than like 15-20 minutes to do this part. But we'll put a separate video for doing that setup. See right now like my APM server is started, and it's going to open like a web page in mobile, like in the Android emulator. So it's going to go to barnesandnoble.com. Let me open the spreadsheet that corresponds to that. So input XLS. So basically it's running this sheet now. it's running this sheet. It might be a little slow because we put like little sleep time, so eventually we'll remove it. So there are some pauses that was added to this. So it went and put the username and password. It needs to come and click the secure button. So now it's logged in. Now it's going to click the top icon. So you can see like the user is logged in. Now it's going to come and click this icon so that it's going to go to the account setting. So you can do like the emulator testing for a browser using this. Now it will come and change some of the field. So the layout for all the project is same. So it's the only thing is the way that you call in the emulator or the browser. So if you see like for emulator, we are going to select the browser, something like this. But for browser, it's like desktop pipe Chrome or desktop pipe Mozilla. So that's the only difference. Structure wise, everything is same. Finding XPath, there is a roundabout way that you need to find. You cannot use like a Firebug and all. You can use either an APM or you can use a user agent to find the object location. Finally close it out. So this test case is done now. So basically it's going to start the next one now. Now it's going to start an Android app. And for Android app, the use case is it needs to have an app. Usually the app, it's better to put it project itself. So right now, like for this demo, we are going to automate an WhatsApp app. We found it in that we found in the internet. So basically, it's going to open. It's going to install the app for you in the emulator. Then it's going to do the automation. It's going to register a phone number and it's going to do a simple automation. So we need to check like if so now the Android emulator is in ready state, and we use like Intel Haxum to load all this emulator fast. Because if you don't use it, then it's going to the loading itself is going to take some time. So right now, like it knows, see here, like it knows that what app that I want to install. So right now it's installing in my emulator. Once it's installed, it will open the app itself. Then it will do some automation. You can see like it will be doing some automation, be registering a phone number. Then it will be sending some confirmation message and all. Finally, we'll delete that account. See, it opened that WhatsApp app. So usually for Android, the app extension is .apk file, and for I think they have like a new version of the app itself, so that's the reason that I have to download that again. But eventually you get the point, right? So it'll install the app for you, then it'll then you can do the automation for that. Right now, because the app was not open, so that's why you can see all this disk is getting failed, because I have to go and get like a newer version of the app, which I don't have it in my system right now. Uh, the ninth test case is basically like iOS. So you can see like it'll open like an iPhone. It'll open like an iPhone browser, and the APM server started again. Usually for each and every time we need to clean the session out and then start this again. So right now it's going to do an automation on iPhone 5s, and it's going to do the same use case. Like it's going to do, this is for an app. So this is like a retail site that this is like for a retail site. So you can see like adding to the cart, removing from the cart and all using the iOS app. So we have a dummy account that was already created. So it's going to log in. And it's going to add some items to the cart. we didn't do the checkout part because we don't want to show the PayPal payment and all, but you can do like whatever you want to automate using even the iOS simulator or iOS device. And the last test case is going to be the iOS browser. So basically, in an iPhone, it will open like barnesandnoble.com. It'll do the same use case. It'll log into an account, then it'll do try to edit some of the field, and then finally log out of the iPhone simulator. So this is a 10th test case. So you can see like how powerful the product is. And one good advantage about this product is we have all the jar file attached to the product itself. So you don't need to download anything other than just make sure that you have Java installed and you have all the browsers installed. So if you want to use our product using, if you use Mac, then you can run like the entire, all the 10 test cases that we have in the demo folder. But if you use Windows, you cannot automate the iOS part, because for iOS you need, there is some dependency where you need Xcode to be installed in your system, which you cannot do it on a Windows machine. So this is the last test case where it will go and open like a browser. It will go and open a browser like a Safari browser, then it will do the automation for barnesandnoble.com. Now it's actually, see here, like from here you can know like it's going to do it on mobile Safari. And this is the simple demo that we created. So if you have any questions, yeah, shoot us an email. And as always, thanks. Goodbye.